Ay, 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 ay. Just running into all sorts of technical difficulties here, huh? Okay, where's... Hmm. Yeah, this is so... I don't really know what's going on here, guys. YouTube and my computer are both being very kind of finicky here. Let me see. Sorry, everybody. I'm encountering some tech difficulties. Par for the course for my channel, sadly. It's alive. The Abbey band, the Goldenloop ending. For real. It's, yeah, I don't know what's going on here with... I've never had these kinds of issues with streaming like this. This is pretty crazy. I'm sorry about that, guys. Hopefully I'm still coming through okay. Let me just make sure I've got some of these programs closed that don't need to be open. That'll probably help quite a bit. So we're going to close that window. Okay. That's fine. Okay, let's see. Okay, well, I guess we can try to start it back up. See how it goes. Oh boy, not how I wanted this to go. My apologies. Many apologies. Juliana hacked Steam. Yeah, for real. It feels that way. It definitely feels that way right now. Oh, come on. There we go. We're just going to skip through all these intro logos. Okay, and let me switch over. Hopefully this is going to work properly. Let's see if this is gonna work properly this time, huh? Everybody abandoned me once the technical difficulties came into play. I don't blame you guys, to be honest. Everybody who is sticking it out, though, through my tech difficulties, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you.
You're just jealous of my rocket car.
You got me! I've always wanted to strap into that death trap.
So I've done this before too. Then why am I still on this fucking island?
I told you, you always come around. You love
Then
it
why do I
here.
wake up wanting to break the loop?
Look, I don't know why you do what you do. It's always, my head hurts. Nobody chose this. Like you ever gave a shit.
Yeah, I give a shit now.
Yeah? Keep telling yourself that.
Alright. Hopefully this is going to run a little better. It's probably still going to be a little pixelated, but we're going to try and make this work, guys. We are going to try and make this work. Alright. Looks okay so far? Okay, that's good. That's good. Good to hear. Alright. Okay, got that guy. Whoops. Nope. You saw nothing. Alright. You should invade. Oh, I have it set to single player mode, so. Okay, jam the rain flaps. Can't invade friends across platforms, but it would be funny. It would be. Okay, there we go.
Your light show's gonna be a blast, Frank.
Okay, now we'll take care of Harriet. And if I remember correctly, there should be a little door or something that I can kind of take a peek through. No, yeah, it's the window. That's what it is. It's the window. Okay, here we go. Whoops. Nope. Oh, boy. I just hope I'll be able to watch you see the ending getting late here. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Let me see if I can... I can't see the button from here, I don't think. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Julie, really? I don't need this right now. I really don't need this right now. I do not need this. Can y'all just... Bro, this guy's just over here vibing on his guitar. Jeez. Alright, come on, Julie. Really? Come on. No. Oh, come on. That was a headshot. Alright, come on. There we go. Alright. Can we get rid of these guys, please? Oh, goodness. Alright. Nope. Y'all need to just stop trying. Okay? Give up. Oh my goodness gracious. We're in a high chaos run. Yeah, for real. That gun is so... I love the explosive rapier. Honestly, this... Or rapier. This thing is so good. Stream is back. Noise. Yeah, sorry about that, DeMarco. My PC is not quite as powerful as yours, so... Man, remember when people didn't think this was connected to Dishonored? I made videos about that before it was even, like, officially confirmed. Because I was like, there's no way all of these little, like, in-game assets and Easter eggs are coincidental. Like, there's no way. And it turns out I was right. Because then, not even a couple months later, they came out and officially confirmed it. So, that was pretty cool. Let's see. Button to open the door. I think it's on the wall, so you can't see it. See, I should have kept my sniper rifle for that. That's what I should have kept it for. If I still had my sniper rifle, I could probably see it and take a pot shot at it, but I don't have that with me currently. So I'm gonna have to try my best here. Is it... The button's over there somewhere. I just don't know where it's at. Oh well. I sometimes find AI Juliana harder than another player because she actually uses different tactics and doesn't hide. Yes, haha, deserved that invasion. Wow, okay, that's rude. We're in a high chaos run. Explosive nail gun is top notch as well. Yeah, that one's really good. Even before the dueling pistol at the end, I was like, yeah, no, the dueling pistols at the end, that basically was like, no pun intended here, that was like the smoking gun. I was like, okay. And she's like, oh yeah, these are like antiques. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, you couldn't make it any more obvious if you tried. That to me was like super obvious at that point that it was connected. So hopefully everything is still running. The very clear mentions of the void and such. Yeah, the great beyond, as Harriet likes to call it. So, oh, actually, here, hold on. Let me do this.
Just in time for the show.
Okay, well, they see me, they know I'm here, so... Come on. It's running okay so far? Okay, well that's good, because it's a little choppy for me right now, guys, so... Ow! Damn. Oh, she's gonna get that gas coming in here, though. Alright, well... Farewell, Harriet. This wasn't how I wanted things to go, but... Bruh. What are the odds that I get a death like that? What are the odds? Oh man, that's hilarious. God, I love this game. I frickin' love this game so much, dude. Like, seriously. Oh, man. That is so funny. Okay. Yeah, no, I already did the fireworks. I'm pretty sure, right? Because I don't have it on my objective marker, so... that gold silence pistol is so OP. It is. I forced myself not to use it on my Xbox run. Yeah, it's like a pre-order thing. You know what I don't like is the fact that apparently... There's a special weapon skin for the Rapier that you can only get if you're a Game Pass Ultimate member. And it sucks because it's like I play the game through Steam. There's no way for me to get that skin or that bundle through playing through Steam, which is really annoying. I just wish there was a way for me to get, because those character skins for Colt and Juliana and the weapon skins look really cool. And I just wish there was a way for me to get those. Alright. I'm gonna end up filling up on ammo when I leave anyway, so I guess I don't really need it. I think it was a Twitch Prime... Yeah, it was a Twitch Prime drop. And I tried to see if I could get that retroactively, but so far as I could tell, there was no way for me to actually do that. Which sucks, because... Again, it's like really cool skins for Colt and Juliana that I'm just never going to be able to get. Unless I get the game on Xbox, but I don't plan on getting it on Xbox. I actually went out and bought a second copy on my PlayStation 5 that I still have to play through, so... And I did that partially because it's got the Prey shotgun in there, which is really cool. That's annoying. Yeah, it is annoying. And hey, Arian, yeah, you made it. So, thankfully, after all of the technical issues. So, did I miss the fireworks being trapped? Yeah, no, I already took care of the fireworks. So, I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I took care of the fireworks. So, that's step one. I still hope the Prey Trencher comes to Xbox and PC. That thing is so sick. Honestly, I'm annoyed that... this is one of the few things that I will nitpick Arcane about, is like... I'm a little annoyed, to be honest, that they haven't put any of, like, the Dishonored machete the Dishonored machete skin, the Prey shotgun. Like, they could have added all of these items to the PC and the Xbox version at any point. I don't understand why. I don't know if it's still part of that stipulation with their exclusivity contract with Sony. I really don't know, but again, yeah. Again, we ran into technical difficulties.
I think the world can handle Charlie fucking Mon. Who am I kidding? You don't give a shit about what's out there.
But you do. Think for a minute, okay? This is a mistake.
At least I'm consistent.
At least I'm consistent. It's probably part of their deal with PlayStation. Yeah, which frickin' blows, because it's like, it's just such a waste, man. Honestly, it really is. Such a waste. Alright, we are just gonna go blasting on through here. Gotcha. Alright, here we go. Hello, and goodbye. Alright. Okay. And then I need a nullifier to reveal this, right? So... okay, let's see. Yeah, we got plenty of them in here. Okay. I'm so excited for Blade. Yeah, no, I think everybody here is excited for Blade in one way or another. I know there are some people who are a little skeptical about the idea of Arcane doing a third-person game. I mean, I have complete and utter faith in them, to be honest. I don't see any scenario where it turns out any worse than how Redfall did. So, and that's with all due respect to the Arcane Austin devs, because I know they put a lot of work into Redfall, and that game was not easy for them to develop. So I'm skeptical. I was skeptical, but I'm over it now. Yeah, that was my reaction, was kind of skepticism at first, but then the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, no, this is actually a great idea. So let's see, what have I missed here? Relieved. And wow, yeah, we actually have quite a few people watching, and just want to thank everybody for continuing to watch the stream despite the technical difficulties that we've encountered. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't already hit the like button on the stream, I would definitely appreciate it if you hit the like button. If you haven't already subscribed, consider subscribing, because we've got a lot more Arcane Studios stuff coming in the future. I don't think I have a nail gun, do I? Yeah, I don't even have a silenced nail gun, so, it's whatever. I will switch out to this guy, though, because I just like the Trencher so much better than the Strelok. I like all the guns in the game, but honestly, that one is my favorite shotgun, so. Okay. Let's see. Do you know you can shoot at the power source in Igor's home through the window? Yeah, I knew about that. So how's it going? It's going good, Arian. Thank you for asking. And yeah, Elliot's here, so he rarely he never shows up. That's how you know it's important. So, and no offense to you, Elliot. I know you're probably busy with your own stuff, so.
You know you're one of us, right? A visionary?
Kinda figured as much, and yeah, I know what that means.
What do you think is going to happen when you break the loop?
We're all gonna get off this rock.
I'm sorry, but no. We're all going to be dead.
You don't know that.
Maybe the anomaly collapses and kills us all. Maybe there's nothing left out there but empty space. Maybe the cult that walks out of the loop is one of those other jackasses you've already run into. Or maybe midnight ticks by and the 9 of us just stay.
Life's full of maybes, Juliana. That's what makes it life.
The odds are against us.
Always are.
I love these, like, endgame kind of interactions between them. Okay, he sounded much more excited about Blade than when they talked about Redfall. Who, me? I'm normally asleep when you stream, which is totally fun. Oh, yeah, I got it. Well, you're in the UK, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, I have so many people who are overseas who are watching my channel that have to, like, stay up late or get up super early in the morning. Honestly, as soon as I saw the concept art that Sebastian shared, I was like, oh, this is gonna rock. Yeah, for sure. That concept art is cool. Dinga sounded more excited. Yeah, no, he was definitely, like, his enthusiasm about Blade was infectious, and I think that was really kind of what flipped me around to the game, was knowing how excited he was about it. Oh, bro, are you kidding me? How did that not work? It's not like I really need these trinkets anyway, but I'm still gonna pick them up. Alright. Moving on. But yeah, Dinga's excitement about Blade was infectious. And yeah, I mean, Dinga and the Leon team didn't really say a whole lot about Redfall. Which, I mean, what more is there to say, to be completely honest? So, let's see. Dinga's excitement, it's late my time. Trencher is by far my favorite gun. Yeah, the Trencher is really cool. Dinga's excitement plus the concept art plus Dinga's tweet about the pitch made it impossible to be skeptical. Yeah, and again, that also was like, this wasn't a project that Bethesda forced them to do. Like, Arcane were literally the ones to go. They went to Marvel and pitched Marvel on a Blade game. So, like, they went out of their way to pitch the game to them, which I thought was... That gives me a lot more confidence about how the game is ultimately, hopefully, going to turn out. So, all right, there we go. Respect for using Domino, whatever it's called. Yeah, it's Nexus. I'm hoping they're faithful to the comic material. Oh yeah. Dinga strikes me as like a hardcore Blade fan, so yeah, they're definitely going to be very respectful of the source material, I'm sure. Let's stay here to watch the Goldenloop ending. It's late here as well in Lyon. Oh, are you actually in Lyon? Oh, so you're close by to the studio then. Yeah, that's what sold me. Once I saw that amazing kick to the camera, that was such nerdy energy that you need when you're making a Blade game, and I'm really pumped for it. Yeah, I feel the exact same way. We gotta activate invasions for Uptom. I always just use Ether and Shift. Updom is so satisfying to say. Yeah. Yeah, Aether and Shift is kind of like an unbeatable combo, to be completely honest. Alright. Where are the lovebirds at, huh?
I'm not high. I'm low.
I'm low.
Deep underground. Aw, you just like my show.
I liked them when you were around.
Around.
Okay, guys.
Round, around, around.
Let's make this quick, huh? Sorry, lovebirds. I could have done the fun way, which is to just flood the place, but nah. I'd rather just get this over with, to be honest. Alright. Let's get the hell out of here. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I designed the complex map, actually. Did you really? You're one of the developers, aren't you? Wow. Well, thank you so much for being here. That really puts things into perspective. I've had very few Arcane developers actually jump into my streams, but I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much.
Used to be I was the romantic. I think shit changes. Nah, man, just looks different. You and me, Well, we're leavers. That doesn't change. Okay, I think I've changed. Can't love anybody's. We just... Whoa, there's no fucking we. Fia and Charlie, you think that shit's healthy? I'm talking about you, Colt. And I'm talking about everyone. That's the difference. Lever.
Lever.
Who's the lever now?
I love all the alternate timeline versions of Colt. Thank you for what you do and don't hold back. Wow, that's... You're gonna make me cry. That means a lot. Thank you. Seriously, the whole reason this channel even exists is because of the games that you guys make. Like, I seriously love you guys and adore... I adore everybody in Lyon. Everybody at that studio is like... I mean, y'all don't know me, but... You're like family to me. Like, I've loved your games for an incredibly long amount of time. So, yeah, DeMarco said it best. Welcome, Arcane devs. Arcane Realm is the right place to be. Absolutely. I didn't even click that Sylvain was here. I loved your work on Deathloop and Redfall. Okay, Sylvain, is that your name? I don't know if I actually follow you on... Okay, you said you designed the complex map, though, so that's really cool, actually. The complex, honestly, is, like, for what it's worth, that's probably either my #1 favorite map or it's, like, my second favorite map. It's, like, if I had to pick which one is my favorite, it's really close between, I feel like, Updom and the complex. And, I mean, I love all of them. I love Fristad Rock, I love Carl's Bay. I love them all for different reasons, but, yeah, so... Can we get a nudge for Prey 2, though? It'd be appreciated. Yeah, for real. We need a Prey 2, so... This is one of my favorite parts of the game. I'm finally going to do Dunwall City Trials this year, dreading it. You should be dreading it, because... yeah, I'm trying my best to be very civil here. Like, I love Arcane. There's one thing I've played from them, though, that I absolutely despised, and that was the Dunwall City Trials. I was not a fan of that, or getting all of the achievements for that. It was, oh boy, that was fun. I mean, we were 2 level designers per map. It's not only me. Oh, okay, cool. I love how much the complex changes each time of day. Yeah, the complex is one that really changes a lot. You say fun way, but I've drowned myself by accident so many times in there. Yeah, I did that too. Colt ain't fucking around. No, he is not, so... Efficient way of taking him down. Yeah, it's the efficient way, so... Lol, we're speedrunning. Yeah, no, we're absolutely speedrunning this final loop. Because I want to get to this ending, I want to see it, and then I'll be able to kind of discuss it with everybody. Yeah, I want to see... Sylvain, I hope that's your name and that I'm saying it right. What's your Twitter handle so that I can follow you on there?
I'm actually looking forward to this.
Oh, you want to grow a beard too? Sick of this stuff.
No, seeing you again, talking face to face as equals.
We'll have plenty of time to catch up after I break this loop.
I hope you'll hear me out.
And I hope you'll see that I'm doing this for you too.
Just watch your step at the party, Colt. You're so close.
What is it?
Alright. I like getting rid of these 3 guys, just to kind of start things off. Okay. And then... let's see... Nah. Let's take the alternate route. You mean X? We don't mean X. No, we don't mean X. I'm not calling it X, no matter how hard Elon tries to push that stupid name on people. There'll never be a timeline where I call it X. It's always going to be Twitter. I honestly tend to, oh, wait, I want to hear this.
Warning! You are not good design if you steal power. We have accidents if is fire.
Wait. Are those fireworks gonna go off? I don't know if... Okay, because 2-bit kind of cut in there. Oh, okay, here we go. Huh. Sorry, Frank. Poor guy. Frank, I mean, they're all pretty crappy people, the Visionaries, but Frank always struck me as the least crappy. So... Yeah, poor guy. Anyway, let me catch up on this. My name is Sylvain Mengwe. God, I'm probably butchering that last name. I'm so sorry. I wrote a page about my work on Deathloop on my portfolio, if you're curious. No, I am curious. I'd love to read that. So, we don't mean X. You're right. Yeah. Yeah, I tend to despise anyone that... Oh, that's a cool little idle animation. I've never seen that before. I tend to despise anyone who makes more money than I do like that, especially Elon, all the billionaires and stuff. So yeah, I'm not calling it X. Please tell whoever made 2-bit a thing is incredible. Yeah, for real. Please say Mengai. I find it hilarious when read that way in English. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Sylvain Mengai. Well, thank you so much for being here, Sylvain, and your work, your contributions to the games, it's probably just one more reason why I love all the stuff that you guys do. So thank you so much for being here. I seriously appreciate it. Thank you, Sylvain, for everything you and the team do. Yeah, I echo that sentiment 100%. I forgot to plant them the first time I played and had to repeat the loop. I was hella salty. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, the fireworks can be easy. I think I forgot the fireworks on the final loop, too, at one point. I mean, relative to the others, maybe, but didn't he gun down a trash talker in an alleyway? Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, and Lord, thank you for being here. Welcome. We're just missing the one guy who asked for this to happen, and that's Hart. He's busy playing his Persona 3 Reload. So, and Hart, if you're watching this after the fact, I'm very disappointed in you. I'm very disappointed in you. You couldn't make it to this. Oh shit. Okay, well, this is not good. Okay, really? Guys, come on. Can we at least talk about this? Ay, ay, ay. Oh, hello. Yeah, no, we're not doing that, guys. We're not doing that. Oh, there's the man. Yeah, I was disappointed. You weren't even here from the beginning, but I suppose what really matters is that you're here as we near the moment of truth. And for what it's worth, everybody who's watching, I want to say a couple of things also very briefly, is that I'm sorry it's taken me this long to get to the Golden Loop. But we're finally here now, and I just really appreciate everybody being so patient and understanding. And this is the most people I've ever had in a stream at one time in quite a while. So, hey, yo, also, hey, happy to see you experience the ending. Yeah, thank you, Lord. Bro, the actual lad is missing out. There he is, LMAO. He arrived as soon as I said his name, yeah. 3 clicks to midnight. Who's it gonna be? Yeah. And Mark, thank you for being here. Skyzer Boy, yeah, wow, I've got a lot of people jumping in. Thank you, guys. Time to end this nightmare once and for all. Yeah, for real. So, what say you? Talk the talk in some invasions. Oh, I will. Happy to be here, man. Yeah, thank you, Lorenzo. Sorry, guys, just, I'm gonna pause the game briefly while I kind of catch up on chat here, so, he was waiting. Yeah, he was waiting, DeMarco. I will. Julian is really a great level designer. He made 2-bit exist and how it interacts with Charlie and all the outcomes it has also with the Moxie. Yeah, Julian and I follow each other on Twitter, and he had his baby was born just recently. So, and I said it on the last stream. Congrats to him. You know, I'm a father myself, so I know what that feels like. Question for Sylvain: Who was the weapon designer in Deathloop? Loved the quirky weapons. The heritage gun is my favorite. Props to those guys. Yeah, I'd be curious to know who was the weapon designer as well. Have you ever streamed Moon Crash? I don't think so. I streamed Prey, just like vanilla Prey, a while back. I don't know that I've ever streamed Moon Crash. I got all the achievements in Prey, though, and the achievements in Moon Crash were a real challenge. I was looking forward to that Battle for Black Reef event they were going to do a few months ago. Yeah, we never did find out what happened to that, did we? So, by the way, how was it working with a legend like Steve Powers? Must have been super cool. You should stream Moon Crash. Yeah, I've thought about it. And yeah, Steve Powers is the lead narrative designer now at Arcane Austin, if I'm not mistaken. I've always wanted to try Typhon Hunter. I've always wanted to try Typhon Hunter as well. The problem is that game is, sad to say, it's basically dead. Like, nobody is playing Typhon Hunter at this point. But I mean, if I could wrangle up a lobby and do like a stream of that, that'd be really fun to do one of these days. There we go. Quick and easy way to finish those guys off. Just a little Nexus action, huh? Alright. This is the first live stream I've ever watched of yours, and it's definitely been the highlight of my night. Thank you. Well, thank you, Despacito. Appreciate you, man.
I'm feeling just fine.
That means a lot for me to hear you say that, dude. Seriously, thank you. Okay, so we got Igor and Wenji. That was quick and easy. Now we got to take care of the big bad wolf himself. Nope, not gonna let you get any shots off. Steve Powers is like the nicest person on earth. Yeah, Steve actually follows me on Twitter too. I love his beard. Okay, is somebody gonna come up to the podium? Are they doing the podium thing, or what are they working on here? Where are you at, Alexis? Okay, I got that guy right there. I always forget, like, all the Arcane devs follow you. Yeah, I don't like to brag about that, but yes, yeah, there are quite a few devs who follow me, which is pretty cool. Okay, what was it again? I forget the combination to that, but maybe I should just blow up his statue. Maybe that'll really piss him off. That'd be a good way to piss him off, don't you think? Yeah, sorry. I'll catch up on the chat here momentarily, guys. Just kind of trying to focus on this here. All right, here we go. So there we go, and get these guys too. All right, fellas. Oh, what? Does that not? Okay, never mind. That doesn't work. Okay, well. There we go. That'll bring him out. There you are. There you are, Alexis. And I keep knocking over my little stuff on my desk here. Sorry, give me a second. This is probably a good opportunity for me to catch up on the chat, though. So, you see. gonna blow up the statue. Oh yeah, I blew up the statue. So, I don't know exactly who came up with each ideas for weapons, but a lot of these cool ideas came from Jean-Luc's team, concept art, and Damien's team from animation. Nice. I was watching WWE, and unfortunately my phone doesn't give notifications a lot of the time. I have the bell on your channel, but YouTube just chooses when to notify me. Yeah, YouTube can be pretty finicky. You should try getting a group of viewers to play it. I should, yeah, we should get a Typhon Hunter stream together at some point. I asked Richard Stanford about the Battle for Black Reef, and he said he still has the giveaway prizes, and he was going to find a way to do something with them. Oh, nice. That's awesome to hear. Steve Powers. Oh, yeah, loved roaming the streets of Hong Kong in the OG Deus Ex. I'm mutuals with a few Arcane devs, too, and ex-Arcane like Julian. Yeah, Julian's over at Crytek now, working on the next Crysis game. At some point, the statue could be broken by any sort of damage, and it broke all the time by mistake, which was unfortunate, so it can only blow up by explosions. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm sure there was, like, some programming stuff that probably went awry there. Do you think Marvel's Blade will be amazing? Well, the game's not out yet, so... we also haven't seen gameplay. We've only seen the CGI trailer, but I have high hopes, especially if we got folks like Sylvain and the Leon team working on it. I have complete faith in the fact that Blade's going to be good. All we need is a Wet remake. Oh, yeah, Wet I heard is pretty good. I've never played it, though. Maybe presumptuous, but maybe you could do a stream with an Arcane dev for Typhon Hunter. I would love to organize something like that. That would be so much fun. Hi, Alexis. Okay, really? Alright. No. We ain't doing that, bud. Alright. Not how I wanted things to go, but I did draw him out, so now I'm out of here. I'm out of here now, fellas. Peace. Ah, hell. A little parting gift. If my mouse click would actually work properly. Oh, shit. Okay, no, that's too many bad guys. That is way too many. It's too many. Far too many. Alright. Let's get to that rocket ship.
Flamingo.
Flamingo. Okay, what was it? It was timbre, shorthand, vermilion.
Timbre, shorthand, vermilion.
There we go. Nice. Okay. What the hell? This isn't Lethal Company. No, it is not. Wolf, thank you so much for being here, bud. Appreciate you. I hope we get Austin's game announced before Blade comes out. Yeah, I don't know how soon we should expect Austin's next game, though. They kind of have to take some time to recover from Redfall and the employee turnover. Don't go for the exit. I always see streamers run straight to the tunnels at this point. No, who do you think I am? Do you have any idea who I am? I know what I'm here to do. I didn't forget. Remember to go to the rocket. Guys, calm down, jeez. Man, even I didn't remember the password. Well, yeah, I did all the password stuff beforehand, so I knew what he was going to say. Man, sucks I missed out. Definitely going to go back and watch the beginning. About time still. Yeah. The moment of truth is at hand, ladies and gentlemen. Here goes nothing. Rakietoplan. Rakietoplan definitely sounds like a Tivian name for rocket ship, don't you think? That sounds Tivian almost. Well, you haven't done the Golden Loop, so we don't know who you are. Yeah, that's true, actually. So, well, you're about to find out. Don't forget to press the buttons to interact with the prompts in the game. Yeah, for real. Anything can sound Tivian if you think hard enough. Yeah, for real. He has to fly this thing using that tiny... I'm pointing at it right now. You can't see because no face cam, but he has to fly using a tiny little monitor thing. Like, there's no visor, there's no, like, window on the thing for him to look out at. Alright, I made it. Alright, time to jump off and end. No, just kidding. Alright, here we are. Welcome home.
We've done this before, haven't we?
Quite like this.
We're the prisoners, we're the wardens. Set her free. Let's see. Technically, you would rewind if you jump now. Do it. No way. No way I'm ruining or losing all this progress. Oh, you haven't done the Golden Loop. Wait, so you had me thinking you did it? Come on. No, you knew I didn't do it. This is what you were waiting to see. So, I love our chat with Juliana at the stabilizer when the floating words pop up as we talk to Julie. Yeah, and he doesn't have the force like Luke, so he really was flying blind. Yeah, literally flying blind. Give in to the temptation? No, definitely not. I remember my game crashed here one time, had to do the loop again. Oh, that sucks. Jason Kelly is phenomenal, never gonna let that down. Oh yeah, I love Jason. Jason and Ozioma are fantastic. Walking forever in our own footsteps.
Hear me out first, okay? I'm unarmed, and I have a real treat for you. You'll like it. Or not. I don't know, who can guess with you?
More talking. My favorite.
She wants to change your mind. Never give up.
Yup. Perfectly normal. Oh, it's gonna leave a mark.
Here we are. I love I just love the atmosphere in here. These colors and these streams of light coming down. Super cool.
Welcome back.
This ain't normal.
In that case, our dueling pistols, vintage pieces, original oil cartridges, completely unique.
Kinda dusty.
They're museum pieces, part of history, worth preserving, like Black Reef. Please, sit.
I'd rather stand. Thanks.
Did it ever occur to you that I always wake up first? So if we survive the collapse of the loop, you'll wake up with the barrel of my gun in your mouth.
Dying for real beats living like this.
You mean living with me? You hate me.
Living here, stuck in this fulfilling day.
You used to like me. You used to see this place for what it could be. Then you murdered me.
So you could have a real life without do-overs.
And I thought you were ready for answers.
Great, fine.
I get it. You've been through a lot. You finally know how to break this place, but that doesn't mean you know how to use it.
Sure I do. Target practice.
Colt,
What? Want me to write a book, paint a fucking
I
portrait?
want you to ask questions. About this place. About me. About the other Colts.
So I can forget the answers like everyone else.
People forget because they're bored. You're not bored, are you?
Not the word I'd use.
So stay. I'll show you incredible things.
I love how he'll just like read the words that pop up.
Hey, listen. I came here to be Eon's fucking arcanist. You murdered me over and over. So, yeah, I fought back. And I learned to like it.
Every fight gets old eventually.
But you love the hunt. You started this.
Then it's on me to end it. For everyone.
You know, no one will forgive you. I won't forgive you.
It's happening.
It
That's the
doesn't
cost.
have to. Cold. You still have a choice. Take the pistol.
Why is my mouse not?
Take it.
I literally can't. I don't see the prompts. Bruh, there's no way this is happening right now. Oh my goodness.
We don't have all night.
Okay, here we go. There we go. That's better. That was close.
Antiques even gonna fire.
If you pull the trigger,
And if I don't,
amazing things. Other worlds, other times.
where we kill each other.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
I'm sorry.
Juliana! You liar. You fucking liar. This was what you wanted? This was your big plan? To just fucking die? Then what? Hope I don't finish the job. That's the best you've got?
Prove her wrong.
It's worked before, man. Gotta give her that. Yeah, so what'll it be?
I could just sit down and get comfy. I don't know. What do you guys think? Of course not. Well, better late than never. Whee! I'm coming, Elizabeth! All right, guys. Here we go. Oh, come on. Just put the gun down, Juliana. Yeah. She's so sad.
Juliana.
She's so defeated.
It, worked? Okay.
Now what?
Here goes.
Here goes. Oh, there's an echo. Had too many drinks, Frank? Yeah, take some Advil.
So, you just woke up and don't know what's happening. Don't fret, Ramblin' Frank's got you covered like a warm blanket. Here's my first track off my first album. Oh boy, time flies. Well, at least it used to. Happy first...
You thought I'm dead and done.
Yeah, you thought it was the first day, huh, Frank?
I'm rising from my shallow grave. And I'm more than
Yeah, everybody's finally waking up.
You can blast me with dynamite, but I won't rest in peace.
Yeah, no, you ain't saving this one, G.
It's gonna be one pale morning. Middle of the night.
Yeah, he hates.
When I
She
come
hates
to
Igor.
take
Yeah.
your life, I know it will feel alright, 'cause you can bury me underground.
Breakup of the century.
I'm a revenant baby,
No, don't mess with 2-Bit.
and I'll be back.
Leave him alone, Charlie. Yeah, he's gonna fight back. Oh, no, there's Colt. Yay! Oh, yeah, and there's Pick. Pick Rexley. There's Harriet.
Be sure to watch your six. I'm out with the boys tonight.
No way.
We see your cheating face. Well,
Oh, poor depressed Alexis.
'cause you can try to drown
Ugh!
me, but I
Bro,
won't
is he
keep
crying?
suspicious. I'm a revenant
He's
lady,
ugly.
and I'll be back.
Oh, we're taking 2-bit out? Alright. We're gonna take 2-bit with us? Are we gonna get him some wheels?
Watch out now.
We got 2-bit some wheels. There you go. Okay, that's interesting. So we've got some of the Eternalists coming with us. That's not ominous at all. Wow. Wow. Well, that was something. Oh boy, a lot to process there. He did it, folks. Yes, sir. Better late than never. Oh, wow. That was actually hilarious. That ending, I wasn't expecting it to be so funny. Like, Harriet singing on top of the hangar, and Frank is like, what the hell's going on? And Alexis is crying. That sun, though, shared universe with Redfall confirmed. Oh my god! No! we're not doing that, DeMarco. Alexis is puke. Yeah, no, the sky is beautiful though. Oh man. Wow. That's yeah, that's a lot to process, man. Okay, well, everyone, I have now finally seen the Goldenloop ending. And I have to say, that was totally worth the wait. I loved every second of that. That was awesome. Oh man, that was great. That was so worth the wait, honestly. That's... I'll catch up with chat here in a bit. We're gonna kind of let the rest of the song play, but I want to take this moment while the song is playing to just say thank you once again to everybody for being here, for witnessing history in the making. No, just kidding. Not history, but maybe history for my channel, because this has been a long time coming. So many of you guys watching right now have been requesting this for so long. And yeah, I've finally finished Deathloop properly, Elliot. So I got to see the legit ending, and that ending was so good. That was such, honestly, the thing that strikes me is like that was such a better ending than what we got originally. Like that was so much better, so vastly improved. Oh man, this song's a banger. This song never gets old, man. What a banger. I love this song. Oh, Senior VP of Global Marketing and Communications, Pete Hines. Hope you're enjoying your retirement, Pete. Yeah, I recognize a lot of the people in these credits. A lot of the names here. Let me see. Of course you do. They all follow you. No, like some of the Bethesda people. Like I have some Bethesda people that follow me, but not everyone. So okay, well, wow. That's a lot to process. Congratulations, you have unraveled the mystery at the heart of Deathloop. Have a fulfilling day, the Deathloop development team. I don't know if Sylvain is still here, but Sylvain, like, you guys really did make an exceptional game with this. And assuming that you're still with Leon, which I imagine you are, you're still with Arcane, I seriously can't tell you enough how excited I am about Blade. Like, I can't wait to play the next game from you guys. So, no, you have a fulfilling day, Arcane Leon team. Now Heart versus Realm and Invasions. The original ending cuts after Juliana walks away on the beach. Yeah, it just cut to black and then credits. But this was such an improved... This ending was such an improvement in, like, pretty much every way. Like, there was more resolution to it, but then also there's still a lot of questions. They definitely left the door open for a continuation, which is why, now that I've seen this ending, I can finally make my theory video, so that I've been wanting to work on for so long. Whoever did the sky art... I love everybody's I'm scrolling backwards in chat, and I love everybody's reactions. And I love that song, too. Yeah, The Revenant. I watched him grow before my very eyes. I like how each character gets a moment. Yeah, each character gets a moment. Pick Rexley was there. 2-Bit got his set of wheels, and 2-Bit needs to be protected at all costs. Yeah, for real. Colt made 2-Bit mobile, like he said. What is that noise? Not ominous at all. The noise. Yeah, that noise has me very curious. And that's going to be a new wrinkle that I'm going to have to consider. Same noise you could have heard through Igor's listening devices, maybe. Yeah, actually. That's a good point. So Sylvain... I think that was the last thing he typed before he... I don't know if he's still here, but he might have left. Yeah, that was the same thing you could hear through Igor's listening devices. That's a great point. Yeah, that's got me thinking a lot. This place is the end of all things in the beginning. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the Void... Something's going on. The Void swallowed the world or something. Give this man some salmon and fish crackers. Can't wait for Dishonored 3 in 2032. Deathloop 2 win. Deathloop 2 or Dishonored 3 or both. Whatever's next, I cannot wait. There's a son in Prey as well. Shared universe with Prey. Jesus Christ. Dude, I got mental. That good ending feels like the bad ending, but also the good ending. I don't know if it was kind of weird when I break the loop. Yeah, no, it feels a little strange, so... Yes, my Legion, it's all connected. No, it's not all connected. We're not going down that rabbit hole, so... Oh yeah, Sylvain is still here. Thank you. It's been such a crazy game to make. We really were not sure if it was going to work out during development. Such a relief to see people actually loving it. Well, for what it's worth, like I still think that Dishonored 2 is the best game that you guys have ever made. But this game, for me personally, comes super close. I mean, this game is just exceptional in so many ways. So, I mean, I just really appreciate the work that you and the team did on this. Like, this game really is one of my favorites of all time, genuinely. And I mean that. Like, it's... There's almost nothing I dislike about this game. I love pretty much everything about it, so... Thank you so much for being here, Sylvain. I echo Elliot as well, because any Arcane Studios team members who jump into my streams, or I know there's a good chunk of the team that watches my videos, I appreciate you guys as well, because knowing that you guys are watching my videos and my channel content and stuff, that gives me the motivation to, like, keep going, you know? So if you guys are going to keep going with Blade and whatever comes next after that, like, I'm gonna keep going too, 100%. Deathloop is my favorite from the Leon team. The passion of the team bleeds through in every frame. 100%. I echo the exact same sentiment. I feel like most projects, developers aren't sure if it's going to work. Just seems like the natural human reaction. To be honest, it's incredible that video games get made at all. Oh, absolutely, for sure. Let's see. Heart. Kind of sad they never used Pitch Black in the game. Yeah, that was a really good song too. Heart has let the false power go to his head. I really love that each of the visionaries get a little moment of closure. Yeah, no, they do. That was really nice. I'm curious, what was the original ending? My first playthrough was from after the Goldenloop update and never watched anyone play. So basically, Lord, after Juliana walks away with her gun and Colt gets up from the ground on the beach and he's like, okay, like, here it goes. And then it cuts to black and then credits. Like, that was the original ending. And it was so abrupt. But this ending is infinitely... I'm honestly so jealous that for many people, like, this was the ending they got to experience for the first time. Makes sense why they added this then. That used to be super inconclusive. There is absolutely zero chance that a Deathloop 2/Dishonored 3 wouldn't connect the two games. If Dishonored 3 is set after Death of the Outsider, it would basically have to connect to Deathloop. Yeah, well, and again, I'm going to discuss that more in depth in the theory video that is coming soon, but this game kicks ass. Can't wait for your future projects. Yes, true, DeMarco. The non-linear aspect of the campaign and all weirdness that came up with the time loop, which made it super difficult to convey to players, was challenging. Balancing/separating the story stuff from the invasions would have been such a nightmare for Dana and team. I really liked Deathloop. I missed the stealth of Dishonored, and I would have loved to see multiple ways to solve the loop, but I think in my review I gave it a 9. Yeah, you did. You gave it a 9 out of 10, which, yeah, it's not a perfect game by any means, but no game is perfect, you know, so... And sorry, I need to... Just sending a text message here, guys. No, not 15 Prosper. No, let me type that out correctly. Sorry, give me a second, guys. Okay, yeah, balancing and separating the story stuff. Yeah, and the invasions, I'd be curious to know, like, what, like, the whole thought process behind... Honestly, I'd just love to know anything I can about the development of this game and all of the Arcane games. Anything I can find out would be great. If you haven't watched it, Dana Nightingale made a great talk about how things went back and forth before the game released and how it saved the game. Yeah, that was one of GameSpot's videos that I watched. And I actually really enjoyed that because Dana spoke a lot about certain things that they had to change and how they brought in testers for the game and the testers were struggling with the non-linearity, and so the game had to be streamlined to be more linear, which is why we ended up with only the single solution to the loop. It's on GameSpot's... It's a GameSpot video, Lord. I forget exactly what it's called, but I think it was like how one last-minute change saved Deathloop or something. I don't know. You'll know it when you see it. It's a GameSpot video. That's what I remember. The no-clip video with Dinga is also really interesting. How does it feel, Arcane, to finally join the fold of us who've experienced the Golden Loop? It feels great. I am now one of you. I am one of you now. It feels awesome. This is something that... It's a moment that I've been wanting to share with everybody for a really long time, and I'm so glad that all of you were here to share this moment with me. Seriously, thank you guys. Like, as much as I thank Arcane Studios and stuff for the game, I want to thank you guys as well for just being here in the chat and supporting. It really does mean the world to me, honestly. And I haven't even mentioned at any point that I have like super chats and donations enabled. I'm pretty sure I do anyway, and if you guys enjoy my content enough to where you wanted to support me financially, any little bit helps. Only donate if you feel like my content is worth a damn. Honestly, though, I'm never going to try and solicit donations at any point. So, and the other no-clip docs. Oh, yeah, still waiting on the Deathloop no-clip. Gotta ask Danny about it. Are they making a Deathloop no-clip? I know they made the big Arcane documentary and whatnot. There's multiple talks as well. They go more in-depth about the whole balancing and iterating act. Yeah, I've watched the no-clip Prey documentary like 5 times. The no-clip team are legends. Absolutely, they're legends. 100%. I think I've only seen the Q&As with Dinga. No, it's not confirmed. They joked about it in the Deathloop video. Oh, okay, I see. Gotcha. Well, here, let me see, because I think my dinner's been ready for a while. Let me take a quick break. I will come back, though, because we still have a lot to discuss. The stream's not over yet, so just hang tight, guys. Let me make sure that my intermission screen is working properly. And I can just leave the game on in the main menu, so that way you guys have some background music to kind of listen to. But just give me a few minutes, guys. I will be right back. Again, stream is not over just yet. We're still going to kind of discuss things and talk about it. I'm going to bounce now. Thanks for hanging out. Hey, thank you for being here, Elliot. Appreciate you being here, man. So, and yeah, we'll chat. We'll catch up real soon. So, yeah, I will be right back, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, I have returned. Without food, because it turns out I think dinner was eaten dinner was 8 without me. I got so caught up on the stream, so I'll have to eat after the stream, but let me catch up on some messages here. Glad you saw the ending. Yeah. It's technically morning for me, but it's Friday, Saturday, so it's fine. Oh, yeah. If you got the weekend off, that's fine. I have to go into work super early again tomorrow, but at least I get 8 hours of overtime, so it'll be nice. But yeah, I'm glad I saw the ending too. Can you please tell Dinga that he's a legend for me? I echo that, seriously. Dinga's the fucking best, dude. I love that man. I know I gave Redfall a very, very hard time, Arcane, but I hope you know it came from a genuine place of wanting the game to knock it out of the park. Just fumbled it in too many places for me. I think we all feel that way. Like, I say this in the Discord, and I say this in my videos, and I say this on the podcast, the Renegade Realm podcast. Shout out to those guys, by the way. I say this all the time. Like, I enjoy Redfall, but I enjoy it despite the fact that, like, I do recognize that it has issues. Like, the game definitely has some fundamental design flaws. But despite that, I still enjoy it. And I still 100% stand by my statement that the game right now is in the best place it's ever been. You know, and it's only going to go up from here. So, at least that's how I feel about it. I am actually going, yeah, no worries. My ranking is Prey. Oh, we're talking about the rankings now. Prey, Dishonored 2, Deathloop, Dishonored 1, Mooncrash, Death of the Outsider, Dishonored 1 DLCs, Redfall. Wow. Yeah, well, you're just like DeMarco then. DeMarco loves Prey. Prey is his favorite one. And that's what's cool about the Arcane games, is like there really is a game for everybody. So some people don't like Dishonored, some people love Prey, some people don't like Prey, some people love Dishonored. You know, it's interesting. And yeah, Sylvain has already left, but wow, I had no idea he was actually an Arcane dev at first. When he said, he's like, oh yeah, it's like early or late here in Lyon, I was like, wait, you're actually in Lyon? That's interesting. And then he's like, oh yeah, I designed the complex. Like, bruh, you just dropped a frickin' bombshell on me. I have the frickin', I have the one of the level designers from Arcane Lyon in my stream. It always blows my mind. Like, I've only had a couple of Arcane folks jump into my live streams in the past. I think the last time I streamed Prey, I actually had Ricardo Bear, who's one of the creative leads over at Arcane. I forget exactly what his position is, but he's basically like him, and Ricardo Bear and Harvey Smith are like the top dogs at Arcane Austin, and Ricardo Bear jumped into my Prey live stream at one point just to say that, you know, they watch my videos, they appreciate me spreading the word and the love about the games, and that was a crazy moment. That meant a lot to me. So let me see here. You made Arcane's Knight, known him personally for a while now, and it means the world to him. He's a good dude. Well, thank you, DeMarco. You're a good dude as well. You're a good DeMarco dude. That said, I'm still in love and head over heels with Deathloop. My second favorite Arcane game is Death of the Outsider. Really? That's interesting. Third is Dishonored 2, then fourth is Dishonored 1. You like Death of the Outsider that much? That's interesting. That's certainly a take. I don't disagree either. Like, Death of the Outsider's great. I'm just a little surprised to see it that high on your list, Hart. I want to get a pizza with Dinga, assuming he likes pizza. Oh, I'm sure he likes pizza. Prey is number 1. Redfall, I unfortunately do not have any care for. Yeah, understandable. I mean, the game at launch really kind of burned a lot of people. And, you know, I'd love it, DeMarco, if you were willing to go back and try to play it with me. But also, I understand, you know, you kind of have your mind made up about the game, which I, again, completely understand your perspective on that. So, yeah, that was a fantastic appearance from Sylvain. Okay, ranking time. Dishonored Prey are tied. Oh, okay. But you have to pick one, though. You can't... Well, that's not true, actually, because I have tied Dishonored 2 and Deathloop, so... Dishonored and Prey, Deathloop, Dishonored 2 and Death of the Outsider, Arx Fatalis, Dark Messiah, and Redfall. Creative lead. Yeah, he's a creative lead, yeah. I don't think Redfall can be fixed. Yeah, and you're probably right. You know, the game... There's only so many updates and patches that they can put in that can fix or change certain things. You know, but again, I'm still going to play it. I still enjoy it when I play it, especially now. Like, the game is way better now than it was. But again, that's not... To some people, that's probably not saying a whole lot, because the game was already really crappy at launch, and you know, it feeds into that argument of, like, release a game busted and broken at launch and then release it now, fix it later, basically, mentality, and Redfall epitomized that. Sadly, I'm sad that Arcane Austin specifically had to pay the price for that, you know. Dishonored will always be my favorite. Yeah, 100%. Dishonored is the game that informed a lot of what I discovered I really personally like about video games. Like, the games that I play, I can trace a lot of what I love about games all the way back to playing that original Dishonored game when it came out in, like, 2012. Arx Fatalis stream soon, Realm. Yeah, I'd like to do so. I would like to either stream or do, like, some retrospective videos on Arx Fatalis and Dark Messiah. I just have to find out how to get those games running on my PC, first and foremost. Because I know, especially Arx Fatalis has some serious issues running on modern hardware PCs. So I have to figure out how to get Arx Fatalis running. I have to figure out how to get Dark Messiah running properly, because I did play, like, the first 2 chapters of Dark Messiah, and I never got past, like, the 3rd chapter. The game would always crash on me, so... And I think I read somewhere that it was because you have to lower the resolution. And I was running it in my ultra-wide resolution because I have an ultra-wide monitor, but I'll figure that out, so. I didn't like Dishonored at first because I'm garbage at stealth games and I save scum like a lunatic and it made me not like it. Then I turned down the difficulty and had fun. That's why I like Prey so much. It's the stealth of Dishonored with the reward of action and a crazy good story. Yeah, Prey has stealth, but stealth is not nearly as important in... Well, I mean, it is important in Prey. You can get, like, damage bonuses if you sneak up behind some of the Typhon, but it's not as, like, integral to the experience as it is with Dishonored. See, now, Dishonored, for me, DeMarco, was, like... I was never really a stealth game guy. What appealed to me when I first saw Dishonored demoed all those years ago, I was still in high school at the time, was all of the myriad of different ways that you can approach your missions and your objectives in that game. Like, I think the first gameplay video I ever watched was a E3 demo, and it was Harvey Smith and Rafael Colantonio providing commentary, and it was the Golden Cat mission from the first Dishonored, and they showed, like, 3, 4, 5 some odd different ways to, like, actually get into the building and, like, assassinate your target, and I was blown away. I was like, I had never seen this level of, like, mechanical depth. But of course, I didn't know what an immersive sim was. So Dishonored was, like, my first immersive sim. It was my first Arcane Studios game. And man, I was so excited for that game, and I remember playing through it the first time and the feelings I felt and the emotions, and that game really really kind of planted itself in my mind in a way that no other game ever has or probably ever will. Like, it was a very special experience. But I was never a big stealth game guy either until I played Dishonored, and then I learned to love stealth. I love doing the stealthy approach in a lot of my games nowadays. Like, I try to actively do stealth as much as possible until things break out into all-out warfare. And yeah, save scumming with Dishonored is... You can look at it as kind of crappy, but you can also look at it as kind of part of the experience. I see it both ways. It's two sides of a coin, really. Exactly my thoughts, Realm. Never thought of games as something more than games before Dishonored. After playing it, everything changed. Yeah, I think Dishonored was the first game I remember playing that made me appreciate, like, games that have a lot of mechanical depth and complexity in their design and in the moment-to-moment stuff that happens in it. And the older I've gotten, you know, and the more games that Arcane Studios has put out, like, the more and more appreciative I become of that stuff. Dishonored equals stealth focus, Prey equals hybrid, Redfall equals action. Yeah, Prey hit the sweet spot for me. Yeah, and you know, it's funny, I wasn't that big on Prey at first when I played through it the first time. I was like, yeah, that was alright. It wasn't until subsequent playthroughs and some of the years went by that I looked back and I realized, like, holy shit, that Prey is actually incredible. Prey, you could make the argument, is the best game that Arcane Studios has ever made, like, purely as an immersive sim. It's probably the best immersive sim they've ever made, like, objectively, because of how much freedom you have, how much room there is to explore and move around the space station, how many different... There's just so much mechanical depth and interactivity in Prey. It just eclipses every other Arcane Studios game. And I say that as someone who loves Dishonored, you know, but even I can recognize that Prey is, like, objectively their best immersive sim that they've ever made. But yeah, I remember when I played it, I was really struck by, like, how dark and morose the game was, which is weird. It was weird that bothered me, because Dishonored is, like, way darker and way more morose in a lot of ways, like, in terms of the tone and the vibe. But like, I liked the sci-fi setting. I liked the idea of the space station being this one seamless space that you can just... It changes over the course of the game and you can travel freely between it. Like, it's not mission-based like Dishonored. And that was really cool. Yeah, there were, and also, yeah, the story. Oh my god, the story and the narrative and that ending. Yeah, Arian said it best. Prey is just a big onion, layers upon layers in everything. Options, lore, character writing, twists, powers. Yeah, it really is a very complex game. Even if you look at it purely from a narrative standpoint, Prey is, like, so complex. And part of the reason why is probably because Chris Avellone was one of the main writers on Prey. I don't know if a lot of people are aware of that, but Chris Avellone, who he worked with Obsidian for many years. He wrote Fallout New Vegas. He's written a ton of, like, great games. He was one of the main writers on Prey. And, man, that game is just all the better for it. That man's a very talented writer. Dishonored stealth isn't that hard once you get the hang of it, and the enemies' walking paths. Plus, it's not like normal stealth where you have to sit and wait. Dishonored really improved. Yeah, Dishonored really kind of, like, streamlined the stealth. You know, in any other stealth game, you would have to, like, carefully maneuver around the enemies and stuff. And you still have to do that in Dishonored, but in Dishonored you have Blink. And so just having Blink opens up the door to so many different, like, movement possibilities, and it makes the stealth a lot more seamless, and it makes it a lot more fun, in my opinion, because you can just get around so quickly. It's not just for environmental traversal, like, it's really good for stealth. Of course, that's me saying it's not hard, and I've played Dishonored more times than I can count, so I just know the timing of when to move. Yeah, I gathered that, so. Oh, man. Chris Avellone was only responsible for some of the main side characters, like Igwe, Danielle, Sarah, etc. The main lore and characters were all made by Raph, Ricardo, and the team. Just amazing. Well, no, I was of the idea, or of the mind, that Chris Avellone, like, had a huge part in, like, the overall narrative and how it feeds into the way that the game ends. That ending of Prey, that was my understanding of it, based on what I've read, what I've heard, what I've seen, what I've been told. My understanding was that he actually had a big hand in crafting the entire narrative. But I could be wrong, so. He tweeted about it a while back. That was my source. Oh, did he? Oh, okay. Well, if it's coming directly from him, then yeah, that's probably the truth of it, of the matter. Cool. Oh man, I'm still processing that. That ending was really something, and also it was so much funnier than I actually thought it would be. Like, we got to see Alexis's, you get to see, like, the face of Alexis on his statue, but you don't get a real good look at it until that ending. Like, that's the first time we've gotten a good look at his face. That dude is so ugly. Oh man, I was shocked, and he had tears streaming down his face because he can't have his little wolf pack gangbang orgies now. And it's funny, like, some of the visionaries were clearly more affected. Some of them were more affected by the loop ending than others. And yeah, I love how Harriet is just happy to be correct about the void being a thing. Yeah, like, Harriet's dancing up there, like, she doesn't give a shit that the loop's gone. Like, Frank and probably Charlie and Wenji's pissed, obviously. Wenji's super pissed. Igor's just an idiot. But, like, there are some people who are, like, less like, Fia seemed to kind of just walk off very casually and wasn't really bothered about the whole thing, and she called it quits with Charlie, and Alexis was upset about the whole thing. But so what we know based on that ending is, like, so we know Colt is alive. He ventures out into the unknown with Pick and a group of Eternalists and 2-Bit. I will say, I think it's a little awkward that some of the Eternalists are coming too, because it's like, a lot of these guys were pulled from prisons. Like, a lot of these guys are criminals, you know, like, that have done heinous things, and now we're just going to take them back out into the world. But I mean, you could say the same about the Visionaries too. Like, they're all just going back out into the world, and Colt and us as the players, we really have no idea how everything's gonna kind of pan out. It's very interesting. Like, my mind is kind of, my gears are turning a lot right now about what this could, and that sound that, like, there's like a signal or like a weird noise at the end, and Sylvain kind of, like, rather teasingly was like, hey, that's the same sound that Igor's listening devices make. And I'm thinking about that, and I'm like, okay, Igor was trying to talk to the future or try to do something with his, like, I'm just, my mind is boggled right now, really. It's crazy. I think Wenji is the only one who is actually angry about the broken loop. It was her baby. Oh yeah, she was the one who linked the visionaries to it, and they were recruited by Colt too. The food on Black Reef is going to run out any day. Might as well go with the underqualified gunman. Yeah, exactly. I like that ending. Like, it's intentionally ambiguous. They gather their supplies, all the people that they can, and they just venture out into the unknown just to see what's out there, you know, because by this point we don't know how long they've actually been in that loop, you know. It's never officially confirmed. It could be a year, it could be a few years, it could be hundreds of years. It's likely hundreds of years based on what Juliana has said, what she says at points in the game. Like, it's been a couple hundred, like hundreds and hundreds of years they've been stuck in that loop. So like, what are they going to find in the outside world, you know? And how is it going to connect back to Dishonored and the way that things went with that? And, you know, the outsider's gone and the void is going to swallow everything. And I don't know. Like, my theory for Dishonored 3 specifically, I theorized this. I had this whole concept of what the game would be, what it would look like. I'm gonna have to kind of tweak that a little bit now, because I didn't actually realize that this ending is gonna open up a lot more questions, and I'm gonna have to navigate everything. They also picked up Igor's transmission machine. The transmission was of whales crying. I don't know what we can expect with the next Void-related game. Was it? Was it really whales? I didn't hear that. Do you hear that at any point? Or like, where is that? Where did you get that in? I'd be curious to know where you got that info from, because yeah, I don't know. We can go back right now and hear it. What, on Igor's, like, his transmission machine? Is that okay? Let me see here. Okay, do I have to go in the morning? Is it the complex in the morning, or can I go anytime I want, or does it have to be a specific time? Yeah, because I don't know. Alright, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna do it. And we'll see if I can pick up anything on that. Just put in the code, then you'll be able to listen to it. Wait, what code? Oh, the code on the...
3 things you remember about my mom.
On the machine?
Let me think. Nothing, and nothing.
You know, I'm a lot more like her than I am like you.
Come on, she can't have been that bad.
She fell in love with you, didn't she? And then she had me. And then she got sick.
You miss her, I get it. Sometimes I miss shit I can't even remember.
You made your choice, Colt. At least I had the guts to say goodbye.
I gotta get her out of here.
Stay your asses away from my area of the complex.
Okay, so it's on his little machine? Is that where it's at? It's this? Yeah, the transmission code. I hear whales crying 101%. Like, how do you guys hear that? I've never heard that before. I can't believe that's something I've never picked up on. There's no way. You guys are screwing with me. There's no way that's real. You have to be lying right now. There's no way. Okay. Let me just get the nullifier then. Alright. Because I really want to know if this is, like, legit. Gotta sit near it for a while. Don't end the transmission. Okay, so all I have to do is just put in the code. So I don't hit the button, I just put in the code. Whoops. Okay. Okay, I think I heard it. Oh. Was that it? Was that it? I heard like a woo. Huh. I gotta listen to this a few times. There's someone talking. Sorry, I'm just trying to listen to this, guys. Yeah, that is so strange. I've never heard that before. Ever. That's my first time hearing that. Like, dude, that's crazy. This is definitely them. The audio starts yeah, I realized that the audio started kind of looping. I've never heard that before. That's my first time hearing. That's crazy. I've been operating under the assumption at this point that the whales kind of basically just died out at some point. So everybody in the Dishonored universe basically had to rely on alternative forms of energy to power everything. That's crazy. I've never heard that before. But okay, so, well, that has me thinking, it's like, he thinks he's listening to the future, but is he actually listening to the past? Is he hearing the whales from, like, hundreds and hundreds of years ago back there, or they are still in the void? I think Igor is picking up stuff from the void. Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, man, there's so many possibilities here. One thing is for sure, though. One thing is for sure, and I think I will cap everything off with this, is that Dishonored 3 or Deathloop 2 can't be the past, as we heard the transmission after the loop grow. Yeah, that's true, that's true. Well, actually, I shouldn't say Dishonored 3 or Deathloop 2. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give away my theory for my video, because I want everybody to watch that video when I make that, but this this ending and everything that goes with it and the whales and stuff, what this says to me is that there is no way in hell we're done with this universe. There is no way that we're just finished with the Dishonored universe. You know, I understand people are upset about Blade being their next game. I share a little bit of that, because now the wait for the next game in the Dishonored universe, whether it's Deathloop 2, Dishonored 3, I think it's Dishonored 3 personally, and I'll explain why in my theory video eventually, but I am posting a link of some better audio in the Discord. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. 100%. Yeah, so we're definitely getting more of this universe. Like, the Dishonored universe and Deathloop by proxy, because it's in that universe, like, this is Arcane's most popular thing ever. So there's no way they're not gonna do something else. But it just means that with Blade being their next game, we're gonna have to wait a few more years longer than I think we thought we would for whatever the next game in the Dishonored universe is gonna be. But I don't know about you guys. Like, I really liked the idea of Deathloop being its own kind of original IP, but I also liked the fact that they tied it into the Dishonored universe, like, canonically in there. Because you can appreciate Deathloop in two different ways. You can appreciate it as a Dishonored spin-off, but you can also appreciate it as, like, basically a new IP. Like, it's its own thing, you know? I appreciate it as a little bit of both, to be honest. More so a Dishonored spin-off now that I actually know what's going on. But I'm okay with getting a little bit of a breather, something different, something fresh from them with Blade in third person. I'm okay with getting something fresh and new from them before they jump back into the Dishonored series. Like, I'm okay with getting something fresh, because they probably need to recharge their creative juices, get those flowing again with Blade, and then once they've done Blade, whatever they're doing after that is going to be another Dishonored or Deathloop. It's going to take place in the universe. That's what I think is going to be the next game for sure after Blade. At least 8 or 9 years, unless Austin decides to pick up the game somewhere. No, I don't think it's going to be that long. I mean, we're in 2024. And there's these rumors saying Blade's not coming out till 2027. I think that's bull. I think the game is probably targeting more of a 2026 date, would be my guess, personally. And that would also just kind of line up with their internal development timeline, because it will have been 5 years since Deathloop, and it's usually about 4 to 5 years between Arcane games, at least traditionally anyway. So that, I think Blade's probably coming in 2026, but yeah, then that would put Dishonored 3 or whatever comes next probably like 2029, 2030 maybe. Like, it is going to be a while for sure, but it's not going to be 8 or 9 years. It's probably going to be closer to about 5 to 6 years, I think, which it's sad to say, but I want you to be right. I want me to be right too, because I forget who it was who said 2027. I think it was that guy Jeff Grubb, who's like a leaker, but I don't buy that, honestly. I don't buy the 2027. That's the one thing that I'm gonna stand firm on, is like, I don't think we're gonna be waiting until 2027 to be playing Blade. I feel like Blade is gonna be 2026. If we're lucky, it comes out in 2025. Late 2025, if we're lucky. But realistically, I feel like 2026 is a safer bet. By the way, I'm rereading the comics and novels again, and there are some insane pieces that are left over that I really think are prevalent in them moving forward. You got to finish the Veiled Terror. Yeah, I still need to finish the Return of Dowd. I still have to read the Pyrrhus and the Price. I have to read the Veiled Terror. So yeah, there is a lot of like multimedia stuff that I have to catch up on with the Dishonored universe. Jeff Grubb is a pretty reliable source, but yeah, hopefully we get it sooner than that. Yeah, I mean, he's reliable, quote unquote, but I don't rely much on leakers and what they have to say, to be completely honest. So even if he has been a reliable source in the past, I just don't buy that it's coming in 2027. Also, I saw people saying that Prey and Redfall are in the same universe. No. The only universes that are connected is Dishonored and Deathloop. And it's not even a connected universe thing because they take place in, not like in separate universes, but they take place in the same world, in the same universe, Dishonored and Deathloop. Prey takes place in its own little universe. Redfall takes place in its own little universe. There's like a whole arcane multiverse, basically, but Dishonored and Deathloop are the only ones that are actually genuinely connected. So I have people asking me that, or saying that all the time, like, oh, Prey and Redfall are connected. They're not. Guys, I have to make this abundantly clear. Dishonored and Deathloop are the only ones that are connected. And honestly, I don't want to see any of their other games connected to each other. Like, Deathloop made sense in the story and the narrative and all of the stuff you can find in the world. It made sense that it was connected to Dishonored. It makes no sense to connect Prey to Redfall. It makes zero sense when you think about the storylines and how Prey is basically like an alternate timeline, you know, and Redfall is technically takes place in the present day. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Connected universe hell. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. So when I have people like Hart, who I don't know if he's still here, he might have bounced, which is fine, but when I have people like Hart going like, it's all connected, that's why I try to shut it down immediately, because it's like, no, Dishonored and Deathloop are the only ones that are connected, guys. Like, I don't know how much clearer or more obvious I can make it, but yeah, anyway. I've always advocated for new IPs rather than sequel after sequel after spin-off after tied universe, etc., because I think they've done it interestingly with this. It's very intriguing how the games are connected, and I think visually and tonally the games are unique enough to make it feel like a breath of fresh air. No, yeah, absolutely. Like, you know, Deathloop takes place in the Dishonored universe, but like I mentioned, you can appreciate it as its own thing because the art design and the aesthetic of the game is completely different from anything that Dishonored ever gave us. It's so different. But it works. Like, somehow it's so different, that 1960s funky color aesthetic, but setting it in the Dishonored universe just makes sense. It works somehow. So I stick by my claim that I really think it does limit the creative scope of these games. Oh, 100%. 100%. Like, and that's part of the problem with, like, the MCU, you know, as much as people like the MCU, it's like you are creatively limiting or handicapping yourself by having to acknowledge events that happened in other movies or TV shows. It's, you know, like, I like how it was done here with Deathloop and Dishonored. It was done very tastefully. It's like, it takes place in the universe, it's just further down the chronological timeline. We are like several decades, maybe even several centuries removed from Dishonored Death of the Outsider. So it takes place just later in the timeline. And I like that, because they don't have to directly acknowledge or even reference or mention the events of the Dishonored games, because it wouldn't make sense to do that. That was hundreds and hundreds of years ago by the time we get to Deathloop. So, yeah, I highly doubt Arcane is doing that, and I don't see that at all on some MCU shit with everything being connected. You know, the one studio that is doing the connected universe thing that I really love, and it's honestly kind of like one of my current obsessions right now, and I want to make a video about this, is Remedy. I played Alan Wake, Control, and Alan Wake 2 last year. All great games, but the way that they kind of interweave the stories into the Remedy connected universe, like, it's, especially in Alan Wake 2, it blew my mind. I was like, dude, this is how you do a connected universe in games. Like, if you're going to do it kind of sort of like what the MCU is doing, but in games, you do it the way Remedy's doing it. Hey, yes, I love the Remedyverse. Yeah, I'm gonna be making, I'm going to for sure. So I'm working on a script for my Alan Wake 2 video. Like it's almost like my review / impressions of the game. Because I freaking love Alan Wake 2, dude. It's genuinely one of the greatest games I've ever played, and it's about as close to a masterpiece as you can get. But I want to make more videos talking about Remedy and their games and their connected universe stuff, because it's fantastic. And I'm hopeful that I'll have the time and the ability to be able to do justice to those games and talk about those. So Redfall has Dishonored assets in their museums. What would you say now, Realm? I say purely an Easter egg. Purely an Easter egg. It literally makes no sense. Redfall takes place in Massachusetts. Where is Massachusetts? In the real world. It's a state in the United States of America. Dishonored takes place in a fictional set of islands that do not exist in the real world. It makes zero sense for Redfall to be connected to Dishonored or to Prey. It makes zero sense. So, oh, I meant, but I think they've done it interestingly with this, as in they've done it in a way where they feel distinct enough to feel separate, but it's different points in history. Yeah, I agree with you. That's basically what I was saying too. So, no one had to play Dishonored to get Deathloop. I loved that. Hell, we didn't even have any confirmation until the Xbox release. Yeah, exactly. I think that Sony exclusivity thing kind of handicaps them from talking about certain things. Once I saw those dueling pistols at the end, though, with Juliana, that, to me, that was it. That was all the confirmation I needed. She's like, yeah, these are antiques. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You couldn't make it any more obvious that it's in the Dishonored universe. That, to me, was like the smoking gun. No pun intended. That was like red flag for me, so. Also, I personally think for something like the MCU works, but yeah, having to connect everything does mean things have to lead up to big culminating stories, but for Arcane, I think everything being connected limits it, because their version of magic with things like the Void and the Outsider means that there are rules to it, which means if others were connected, they would have to abide by that. Yeah, exactly. What about Quantum Break? Yeah, I want to play Quantum Break. Quantum Break, unfortunately, Microsoft owns the rights to Quantum Break. Remedy doesn't even own the rights to that game, to that IP. Microsoft actually owns the rights to Quantum Break as an intellectual property. And the only reason why Alan Wake and Control are the only two games they've been managing to connect in a universe is because Remedy completely owns the IP rights to Control and Alan Wake. They own those characters, they own those IPs completely, so they can do whatever they want with them. Quantum Break, unfortunately, they can't, and the same thing with Max Payne, because Rockstar owns the rights to Max Payne as an IP, so they can't connect Max Payne, but that's why we have Alex Casey, is because he's basically like a stand-in for Max Payne, essentially. My three favorite devs all have a connected games universe, but they all do it so well. Arcane, Team Ico, and Remedy. I've never played a Team Ico game, but I've heard their stuff is... They did, gosh, what was the last one they did? Was it The Last Guardian, like several years ago? Exactly the reaction I wanted. I agree with you. I've mentioned it before, but yeah, Alexis saying his statue is made of whalebone along with the antique oil cartridge guns. Does he actually say it's made of whalebone? I don't remember hearing that. I might have heard it at one point, but yeah, I mean, that makes sense, honestly. Then you get the drunken whaler in the spy bunker and Harriet and Fia's vision. Yeah, exactly. Like, they found a way to kind of very seamlessly connect it to Dishonored. But again, they don't have to, like, they did it in a way that, like they used they did it without being super obvious, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, I like that there was a lot of subtlety to the connective tissue between this and Dishonored. Like, you know, there were obvious things, like the pistols at the end, the Drunken Whaler song, but then other things like Harriet and Fia, you know, talking about the great beyond. It's like, they're basically talking about the void, but by calling it the great beyond, it leaves you wondering, like, what is it though? You don't know it's the void yet until you see the other things. Like, there's a fair bit of mystery there. Yep, he says it, but there's also a note in the spy's room above Otto's workshop. Oh, okay, that's cool. There's a line he can say when you destroy his statue, something along the lines of, "Are you kidding me? Do you have any idea how much whalebone costs these days?" Oh, okay, that's cool, that's cool. Nice. Yeah, there's so much to just kind of unpack and appreciate about all this stuff. So, gosh, and I'm gonna have to, like, figure out what order I want to do all these videos in, because I'm gonna finish the Death Lore series this year. I'm gonna finish that with the last few visionaries that we have left. I'm gonna make Alexis. I've wanted from the beginning to have Alexis be the last visionary that I talk about. So once I do the episode on Alexis, that's gonna be the end of Death Lore as a series, and you can watch it from front to back, and you can kind of gain an understanding of Deathloop without even having to play the game, I guess. It still blows my mind that, like, that's my most popular series of videos on the channel is Death Lore. Like, people comment still all the time on the Dishonored one that I did, and it's crazy. But yeah, I'm planning on special episodes for 2-Bit and Pick. 2-Bit is one that I kind of lump in with Charlie, and Pick's role is so small that, like, I don't think I'd be able to make a video that is substantial enough in terms of, like, what I write that would even work. So unfortunately, probably not, guys. Probably not, Arian, and I apologize for that. I'm gonna cover the last couple of visionaries that we have, and then I'm probably gonna call it quits there. See, like, I've had people tell me, like, hey, you should make an episode about Juliana, and it's like, well, I kind of already did. It's episode 2 where I talk about her and I talk about cults. So, like, I've already done that video was basically a 2-in-1. I talked about cults and I talked about Juliana in that one. So yeah, and Layla and Cult's Past, that went into the second episode of the series as well. So, like, a lot of the stuff that you guys are asking me to do, like, I have already talked about. It's just in previous episodes. When I was making this series, I wanted to try and find ways to put as much information into a single video as I possibly could, so that way I wouldn't have to make a million different videos about, like, tiny little details, you know. So, but Alexis is going to be the last visionary for Death Lore, and his episode is going to be the last Death Lore episode. Like, I've always planned that to be the last one. But from there, I also am probably going to make a video with some more in-depth thoughts about the Goldenloop ending now that I've actually seen it. I'm going to make the theory video for Dishonored 3. I'm going to make another Dishonored 3 video where it's basically kind of like a wish list of things that I would want to see them put into a potential Dishonored 3. So that one's going to be separate from the theory video. And then on top of that, I never properly, like, reviewed Deathloop. Like, I never did, like, a review. I did an impressions video when the game came out, but I never actually, like, completed it and did, like, a review thing. I had planned on releasing that video, like, a year or two ago, because I did something really cool for that I'm not ready to talk about just yet, but I might have to completely... I even wrote a script for that video, too, that I'm going to have to completely start from scratch on that. So there is still, like, a lot of Deathloop Dishonored content coming, but... And then, obviously, there's Redfall, and, like, there's so much... I feel like, for the first time in a long time with this channel, like, I have, like, an abundance of things that I can actually talk about and make videos about. You know, I felt like, and maybe it was because I creatively kind of handicapped myself, and plus it's kind of hard to find the time to work on video stuff these days, but There's so much that I can talk about and that I want to talk about with everybody. And yeah, it's like, it feels really good to know that like I haven't run out of ideas for content, I guess, if that makes sense. So yeah, this is very reminiscent of my time with COD Zombies back in the day. All this subtle teasing and the Easter eggs are some of the most interesting things a player could find. A small, cute tribute for 2-Bit, perhaps. Do you know another secret way to find/kill Alexis? I confirmed with Skaki, and he said he hasn't seen people talk about it. There's more secret Alexis kills? Yep, it kind of builds on one we already know about. Oh, okay, I'm not sure what you guys are talking about there, but... guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. This has been fantastic. This has been like one of the best live streams I've had in a long time, and I'm also just super grateful that all of you turned out to watch and just to listen to me react to everything and just ramble. And you guys can definitely expect a video with some more in-depth thoughts on the ending now that I've actually seen it and what I think some of it means and just kind of talking about all of it. But yeah, I seriously love all of you guys. So much love from me. I clap my hands together, but you guys can't see that. So so much love from me, guys. Seriously, you guys are like the best community that I could ever ask for, and I appreciate how much support you guys continue to give me. And yeah, I'll talk with you guys again pretty soon. If you guys haven't yet hit the like button on the stream, definitely consider hitting the like button. Many of you are subscribed already, but if you're not, consider subscribing for some more really cool stuff on the way that I've got in the works. And yeah, I hope everybody has a great evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I love you all. Thank you so much, guys.